Hello everybody, it's Rob the Replicator here. I am just doing a video on how I write comics. I've had a request from Hockey to do so, so I thought I would do a video on it. I like to keep it really simple. This is the best way that I've found for myself. You're going to find a way that works for you, so just do that and try and take whatever you can from other people. But basically, I'll break the individual issue down into scenes as what I want to happen in this particular uh, in this particular issue. So, as an example here for Replicator 3, we've got Swift and Payne in a bar scene, and then they're fighting against Blackgate, and then Ghost goes off and fights some people, and there's other stuff in there, but that's a general idea. I'll try and I'll write it out roughly, and the way I do that is generally I'll break everything down into 5 panels. I know the popular way is to use 6. I don't like using 6. For me, 5 is the magic number, but I'm not locked into 5 either. Like, I'm happy to do splash pages. I'm happy to do double splash pages. I'm happy to do 3 panels. I'm happy to do, well, I'd say 7 would probably be my max. I prefer sticking to the 5, but that's how generally I work. So just keeping on that point here, we've got page 1 from Replicator 3, and this is how I do it. I keep it really straightforward. So bar sequence, nighttime, outside sanctuary, 3 pages. Okay, so just some details. It's a rundown bar. Payne will continue shifting his square, always moving due to Payne. Swift is always smiling and standing in this sequence unless otherwise noticed, and see the concept art. So the artist William has a folder that he can access that has all the concept art for him to find. And he can reference that at any time he likes. So as you can see here, there's 5 panels, and then I'm straight into page 2. But what I wanted to do is have like a hero panel, I guess you'd call it, which we've decided to do for panel 4. I'll show some others in a minute to give you a better idea. But what you'll see is that William has actually taken it and he's gone to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels. So let me just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 panels, and that's fine. I'm happy for the artist to add or remove panels as necessary, as long as what I want to get told gets told in the story. So that's what he's done here. So this is like how I'll write it. Long or wide establishing shot, which you can see up here. And I'll just bring up this one, because this is not the finished pencils. He has kind of 3 stages. I really like the way William works and makes it really easy to avoid confusion and mistakes. But I'll go into that in a minute. So it just says, yeah, in a rundown bar, we're looking at Payne from behind. He's sitting on a stool, a table by himself. There are a number of people in the bar. So I've already said, like, it's a rundown bar. I don't need to go and say that again. And he's also got other notes up here, like inside Sanctuary is clean, happy. Outside is rundown, disease-ridden. So he knows that we're inside Sanctuary here. Outside Sanctuary here, because I've said it here. He knows what that means. It's a rundown bar. I've explained that as well. And then, it's just eye-level side view of Payne bringing a beer to his mouth. And that's what he's done here. But again, I'm not locked into telling people what camera angles they should be using. I'm pretty flexible on that topic in general. I think that you run a massive risk if you tell an artist that things have to be a certain way, because generally artists see things better than you will as a writer. So unless you have something that needs to be really specifically drawn in a specific way, I wouldn't. I would be really careful about doing that. Uh, the reason why I've done it this way, like from behind to the side, and is because I want to have this big impact panel here. You know, like a big introduction, because this is the characters the first time you see him. So you want to have that big impact on that page. So I think he's done that really well. So what William does is he will send me something like this, right? So this is really rough, but it shows me what is happening. Like I can understand what's happening here. Like there he is, he's drinking, he's slamming down the glass. There's the close up. There's Swift Shock, who was called Blitz during the time of the script, and then we've got, you know, Payne looking over. So that really clear and easy to follow. From there, you know, if I like the look of the layouts, which I did, he'll go ahead and do like a tighter pencils, and then he'll finish it off and do a complete pencils, which I didn't bring up, but you can see here these are the inks. So yeah, they're coming through a bit blurry, but yeah, I mean, it looks fantastic. It's nailed exactly what I wanted to look for. Inks look fantastic. And that's the general idea. Let's just close all those tabs. Now, I've got another one here. Let me just pause it for a second and I'll find it. Okay, so you can see we're on page 3 now. Again, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panels. William's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So again, really it doesn't bother me here. The one thing you'll notice here is panel 3, I said is the main panel, which is what we've done here, and of that's Payne snapping, slamming his hands down and destroying the table. So again, not married to the idea of there has to be a specific number of panels, you know, unless I say there has to be for a specific reason. So we've added a couple of extra ones on here, and I think, you know, it looks fantastic. I love this. This is Williams. I think this is his final pencils here. Yeah. So you can see, like, these are the second tier, I guess you'd say. And then he's gone and finished them off in this one over here. So just a really really cool way of doing it. It makes it really easy, and it's good for the artist too, because, you know, there won't be many changes once we've got to this stage. And if there are, like, you can still change things before we get to the final stage as well. So I love the way he does that. Let's have a look at it. A couple. Okay, as you can see here, we're on page 23 now. This sequence is an homage to Ninja Assassin and the Professional. I don't know, I love the action scenes from Ninja Assassin, and the Professional is such an amazing movie. So, like, I attached some screenshots to give you an idea, or give William an idea, and you can see that here. With, like, it's exactly what we've got here. So these panels, and then the next, and then the falling backwards, and then the head on the table. So really cool, amazing stuff by William again. And let's have a look at one more. I'll pause again. This is actually one of my favorite pages in issue 3, because it's the homage to the Professional. You can see that here. You've got the guy freaking out. You know, all his goons have been killed. He doesn't know what's going on, and then you just see the knife come out of the darkness here, and then you've got, you know, Leon the Professional here, but in our case we've got Ghost. And one thing William does just fantastically is these facial expressions, man. They're just, like, incredibly good. So he's killed that there again, and just a little bit of a homage to the Professional. We will look at one more. 1 second. So another reason why I use 5 panels is that you know, if I think that it's too cluttered on any particular page, I can move a panel, you know, to the previous page or to the next page, or I can add panels in, or I can take them out if necessary. Like this sequence here, it wasn't going to work just because there was a lot of dialogue, and you know me, I don't like lots of dialogue. So we added an extra page in. Look, this is 17.5, which we move a couple of the panels from both pages to create this new page, which is a bit of a strange way to do it, but it works because I didn't want to have to cram all that dialogue and all that art into one page, because I can't stand it personally when you have to look at pages like that. So that is another thing why I like doing the 5 panels, and this is a cool thing here. The good thing about being independent comics is we're not married to a specific page count. Like, we don't have to do, you know, 20 pages and have 2 pages of ads or whatever one. This was going to be 28 pages like the previous 2 issues, but it would have been, you know, at the detriment of art, in my opinion. So we just increased it to 32 pages because I can do that. So what we did was we chucked this additional page in here, among others. But I didn't like this layout, and a lot of the times, like, you know, I'm not an artist, but I can tell you when I don't like something. I might not be able to tell you why I don't like it, but I can tell you why. I can tell you that I don't like it. So in this one here, it was just the layout was just really who gives a shit kind of thing. Like, what is she doing? You know, it's not very intimidating or imposing. And as you know, Clayton and Corey and, you know, myself we bounce ideas off each other. I'm like, what's wrong with this? What can I do to improve it? I don't like it. What do you think? You know, and they've done that on a few pages of this issue. William, fantastic at doing page layouts normally, but you know, he's not perfect. No one is. You know, everyone needs help sometimes. And so, you know, Clayton gave me these 2 ideas, right? And like, how much better and more imposing is that? Like, she's just kicked all these dudes' asses, and you know, she's standing over a corpse now, and from that, I'll go find it now. So 1 second. From that, we get this page. Yeah, so we get this page here. So just like in comparison, how much better is that compared to this one here? I know this is a rough layout, but like, that's just so much cooler. So much cooler. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, that's it. That's the way I do it. I keep it really, really flexible. I'm not tied down to any one idea. I try to end on, you know, like a splash page, because I think it's a strong ending. I think that's a good way to do it. I try and work off a 5 panel per page layout, but I'm flexible. And yeah, if you have any questions, man, let me know, because who knows what you're looking for specifically. But hopefully that helps. Yeah, and the other thing is, I keep it really simple for the artist. Like, there's no huge amount of detail that goes into the panels. It's just like, you know, what time of day is it? What's the location? What does the location look like? What's happening in the scene? That's it. So really straightforward. Yeah, I hope that's been helpful. Check out Replicator Remaster 3. Replicator 3, Rob. No longer remastered. It's been absolutely just tearing it up as I try and find it quickly. Bear with me 1 second. Replicator 3, Mutants versus Machines. Going outstandingly, amazingly well. 20,514 US dollars, 314 backers. We're just a little over 2 weeks into the campaign, and we've beaten the previous campaign in backers raised in 60 days, in 2 weeks. So that's really, really impressive. And the money raised, we beat that within the first couple of days. So just killing it here. Sensational artwork. Just look at this thing. It looks beautiful. Yeah, like uh, as the creator and the writer, I think about stuff like this, like these water bubbles here were not here. I'm like, do you reckon that looks sick with water bubbles there? Just, to give that a little bit more impact. And it did. Stuff like this was a great page by Corey and Clayton, but I'm just like, the glass gets lost, because it was like a clear glass. Corey added a white filter to it, so it stands out from the water. So that's stuff that I do, little things like that. This was a really nice touch here by Clayton. Actually, he added this glowing effect on these pieces of rebar that are getting thrown down, so it just makes them really pop. Geez, man, the colors on this book are incredible. Like this color transition from like a dark blue all the way to yellow is insane. This is actually one of my favorite pages. Yeah, and yeah, it's going amazingly well. Clayton killed it on this cover with Kanan White's inks and pencils, obviously. And yeah, it's gone really good. Here's the page we talked about just before. So give a look. If you haven't backed it, consider doing so. It will be much appreciated. Link will be in the description. And I hope this video has been helpful in some way. Thank you. Bye.